Desires and wants are fundamental to all of us. It's only natural for us to desire something that we need and want better things than what we already have. This standard setting of the human brain to covet things that are necessary and seemingly beneficial is what allows us to do better in life, improve upon ourselves, and even provide for those we care for. However, along with this natural tendency to want better things in life is a pitfall that would only disrupt our lives and leave us feeling empty and defeated. Envy is more than just a thought or feeling, it's a state of being. Wanting what others have and for them to fail is a very degrading habit, and if left unresolved, only brings suffering, especially to those who envy others. Welcome to Luxo-Life, your partner toward personal growth and success. In this video, we're tackling the truth of envy, why it can be dangerous, how to avoid it, and what better things in life you can achieve without it. If you're looking to break the bad habits of envy and build a more fulfilling life with happiness and contentment, then we're here to help. From a change in mindset to practical situations, you can overcome envy and become a better you. So, have a seat, take note, and watch this video until the end so you can start building a more sustainable future right now. Let's get started. Envy can often stem from a person's insecurity. This insecurity leads to discontentment, which causes a person to want what others have better. To defeat insecurity, there are a few measures that can be taken: expressing gratitude, appreciating progress, and reevaluating oneself and personal belongings. Taking the time to reflect on ourselves instead of solely focusing on what others have will most positively affect your happiness and contentment. This self-reflection allows us to understand ourselves more and see avenues of improvement. Not only that, but self-reflection also encourages gratitude and appreciation towards ourselves and our possessions. Envy works the same way. Constant envy reveals to us our insecurities that we do nothing about, so we try to bring others down to our level so we can neglect those constant insecurities. This is what makes envy dangerous for both the perpetrator and the target, because the perpetrator fails to improve upon himself as he tries to disrupt the target's well-being. In any case, they're both victims of envy. So, to practice effective self-reflection and cure insecurity, here's what you can do. Number 1. Express gratitude. Be thankful for the things you already have. They may not be the best or the nicest versions, but contentment starts with gratitude. If your phone works well with texts, calls, chats, and photos, be thankful for that. If your car's an old model but still runs with good fuel efficiency, be happy about that. You don't always realize it, but you most likely have more better things than a lot of other people in the world. Number 2. Appreciate progress. Appreciate the progress you make, no matter how small. Do not overlook them. If you've lost or gained a pound of weight per week, celebrate that. If your savings or investments have grown to 1% since the past week, celebrate that too. Tracking your slow and small progress allows you to focus more on yourself and helps you become a better version of yourself one small step at a time. Number 3. Reevaluate yourself and your belongings. It's often too easy to see which is better between your old iPhone 10 and your friend's latest iPhone 15, but take a moment to reevaluate the value of your smartphone. Say you reminisce the days when you had to work overtime to save up for your iPhone 10, and it's been with you for many years. It's dependable and still working well with the latest apps and updates. More so, it allows you to connect with your family, friends, and peers no matter where you are. If you take the time to visualize how precious something has been to you and what it does for you, you would think less of what could be better than it, and that is a form of contentment. Apply the same principle to your skills, for example. Say you're into music and you've been playing the guitar or piano for years. and you have a friend who's only practiced for months and somehow plays better than you. I know it's hard to fathom, but reminisce those times you played for hours on end and tried your best to learn more, play better, and sound better. Reevaluate yourself. Why did you learn to play music? Was it so you could be the greatest artist the world has ever known? Or simply because you enjoyed playing music? If you can refocus on your true intentions and find your true self and the meaning behind the things that you do, you will feel less envious of those who do better than you because you become content with what you're already capable of. You've reached your goal. This is also a form of contentment. Number 4. Self-improvement by self-comparison. Envy and insecurity are not absolute evils. In fact, they can be your friends on your journey to a more fulfilling life. Fleeting envy and insecurity allow you to realize something that you lack, and if you combine those feelings with a zeal for self-improvement, you can create solutions, overcome weaknesses, develop new strengths, and build a better you. Never use others as a measuring rod for your failures and achievements. You're not the same measure. Use your past self instead so you can keep adequate track of where you are now, where you've been, and where you can be. Comparing yourself today with yourself yesterday is the best way to seek avenues for growth and improvement. But when you compare yourself with others, you either end up being prideful or depressed, and those won't help you at all. Now that we've covered the essential mindset shifts and character changes to foster happiness and growth, let's move on to the more practical applications you can use to get rid of perpetual envy and emerge successful. Number 1. Spend less time on social media. Multiple studies suggest that social comparison and envy on social media are often linked to feelings of depression and negative well-being. The formula is simple. The more often you see people flaunting their good looks and seemingly successful lives, the more likely you are to compare yourself to them, despite the possibilities of falsehoods and exaggerations. This thread of social comparison can cause others to feel envious, depressed, and dissatisfied. This is why it's recommended to cut your time on social media and focus more on your self-improvement. However, other researchers found that social comparison on social media can also motivate others to improve themselves. Because many influencers motivate others to follow their good habits and help people make the best out of their lives, it's a good idea to mimic the lifestyles of these personalities by tuning into their pages. So you don't have to completely cut off social media. It can still be your friend if you implement it right. Like fleeting envy, social comparison through social media can help you achieve more and do better in life if you use them as inspirations to improve yourself. Number 2. Share happiness with others. It's easier to be happy and stay happy when you're with happy people. Sharing happiness with others can be as simple as congratulating them on their promotion or celebrating an achievement with them. We often get envious of our closest friends and peers. It's because we tend to be in the front row of their life stories, which makes it easy for us to see the great happenings in their lives and wish we could be like them. However, if you choose not to be happy for your loved ones, you end up falling into the envious trap. So learn to smile and commend them for their achievements, and you'll feel less envious when they thank you for your praise. Number 3. Show humility. Swallowing our pride makes swallowing a camel seem much easier to do. Admit it or not, we all feel prideful sometimes. It's in our nature to take pride in something that we have: culture, nationality, education, career, you name it. However, pride breeds envy too. We can also feel envy when we feel like our pride has been trampled on. You see someone with better looks and things than you immediately feel bitter and envious. Envy can also breed pride because when you feel envious of others, you look for those who are less fortunate so you can feel greater again. This malicious cycle of pride and envy will only tear at you piece by piece. So don't let it take root, and show humility by complimenting others and showing appreciation. You'll be surprised at how people will respond to your thoughtfulness. Number 4. Sympathize with the less fortunate. Just as there will always be someone better than you, there will also always be someone less fortunate than you. Learning to sympathize with people who may be down on their luck will not only help you appreciate what you already have, but also allow you to feel compassion toward others. When you replace that envy in your heart with compassion, you learn to be more content with your life and be happier for others who are doing well. People who are living the high life can also experience failures and disappointments, and as much as we want to, let's not be vultures picking on their depression just because they used to be better than us. Instead, we should learn to also show compassion to those who are in need and become in need. Remember, you reap what you sow. Number 5. Stay away from envious people. Let's wrap up with the best advice I can give you to completely cut off the state of being envious. Stay far, far away from envious people. Tell me who your friends are and I'll tell you who you are. If you surround yourself with people who can only ever say, I want this, I want that, I wish I was more like this, I wish I had her that, then you're more likely to stay like them and never move forward. The power of peer pressure and social mimicry is nothing to be scoffed at, and no matter how hard you try to change yourself from the inside, if you continue to stay with envious and toxic people, you can never live a more fulfilling life free of envy and malice. We hope this video has helped you overcome perpetual envy and start on a journey of self-improvement and wellness. If you liked this video, give us a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel for more helpful videos on self-help, wealth, and well-being. Let us know how this video has helped you realize the truth about envy and what you have to do to deal with it. Thanks for watching!